Guys, I know you are seeing a different scenery, but there's only one goal, and that goal is for us all to get to heaven. When we all get to heaven, what a day of rejoicing that will be. Yes, guys, so in this video, I actually want to open up to you guys and show you what it is like to be a child of God. So, whether it may be faith-based, my day-to-day struggles, challenges, and I want to open up to you and talk to you so we can have a conversation and so we can build a community. Now, initially I had asked on my Instagram story for persons to send in some questions. If I were to start a YouTube faith-based channel, what questions would you want me to answer? And the first one that came up was, when did my individual relationship with God begin? Thank you for that question. No, it was during COVID. Now, as we all know, COVID was a worldwide. It affected the entire world, which meant that everybody was affected, and the same rules applied to everybody, and one of which was to stay indoors. We couldn't go outside, we couldn't communicate physically with people on a regular. So because of this, now we weren't able to go to church. We, meaning my family and a small group from my church, we weren't able to go to church physically, so we had to have our worship here at my home. Now, during this period, it was a time when we all were struggling mentally, because imagine having to change drastically from communicating on a regular basis with your friends and your family, and then tomorrow them say, yo, all of that have to stop, like, immediately. So it put a toll on my mental health. Now, on the flip side, on the good side now, it allowed for a more intimate time with my family, time spent with my family and my church family, my immediate family and my church family. And because of this now, we were able to have one-on-one close proximity sessions with God and with the family, so we could go in depth in some real Bible discussions. And no offense to church, but sometimes when we're in church, we're listening to the sermon, it's good and all, but it doesn't allow us to get personal and to have discussions, open-end discussions with the pastor. But for that time, I had the opportunity now to speak with a close friend. Yo, tell me something, John. When God said he came here, what did he do? Can you expound on that a little bit for me? It wasn't just a one answer. It was a more succinct and extensive answer that I got. I was able to broaden my mind. I felt closer to Christ, and it was such a revealing and eye-opening opportunity. And because of that, every day, because I think it was here for 2 years, about 2 years, during that 2 years period, I was able to get like literally close to Jesus. Before COVID, this was me and this was Jesus. During COVID, this was me, this was Jesus. You see, right after COVID, this was me and Jesus, literally. Guys, I'm not even, like, it is so hard to explain in words. I wish somebody else who went through that same situation could come on here. As a matter of fact, we have a comment section, do it down there. I want you guys to join in the conversation. But also, there were other persons on the other end of the stick who either left church or they went further away from Christ. And remember, sin is what separates us from Christ. And the more the sin is left behind, is the closer we are to Christ. So imagine Jesus and you again, and sin is between you guys. The least amount of sin there is between you guys is the closer you get to Christ. You get what I'm saying? So if you eliminate the sin from out of your life, it is the closely knitted you can get to Christ. But during that time, persons felt deeper and deeper into sin. And it's so sad, which is why I have to pray for them. So, yeah. Moving on with the second question. Very good question. How did I discover what God was calling me to do? You see, there are certain promises and plans in the scriptures that God said He would fulfill. And the more I kept reading, the more I kept diving into the Word, was the more clearer my purpose became. Reading each and every day the promises. You know, one of the texts says, I don't remember where exactly it comes from, but God said Him have mansions prepared for us in heaven. No, right now me there struggle on earth to try build one little house. It's so hard to even buy 2 cement. Steel is so expensive. It is so hard to build a house here. But guess what? God said if we seek salvation and we keep a hold on that salvation, because it is a gift, you know, it was given to us for free. Cement not free. You have to buy cement. But salvation was given to us for free. If we seek that, then we will have the opportunity to receive all the gifts and the rewards that God said He would give us. No, going back to the question, the more I kept reading was the more my purpose became clearer. Let's think of a puzzle. Now, with a puzzle, you know, everything is mix match. But eventually, you come to a standstill where you're trying to find that those last 5 pieces. No, you see those last 5 pieces that you're trying to look for to piece together, that is your purpose. Once you fix everything in their allotted position, then everything comes to fruition. You can now see the bigger picture. The picture becomes so clear. Imagine your purpose being the puzzle, right? So after finishing, you don't know what the puzzle, you don't know what will be the result of finishing the puzzle. You don't know what the puzzle is showing. Let's say it's an empty box they give you, and inside is the puzzle to complete. But after completing that puzzle, the puzzle then would show you what exactly your purpose is. During the fixing up process and the putting together, the piecing together, it takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of patience. Literally, that's all you need. Because, I mean, finishing a puzzle in 2 minutes is impossible. Especially if it is a huge puzzle, right? So, patience. You need to be perspicacious. You need to persevere, right? You need to have the vigor to move and to push on. Because in the end, when that puzzle is completed, you will now be able to see your purpose. And that was what I had to do. I had to go through some crucibles, some real hard times, some broke days. I'm still broke. I'm still broke. But I know things will get better. Right? So, I mean, it was so hard to find the purpose. This is one of my purposes. This is one of my many purposes, which is to share the good news. How did I come about that? I read the Word. It is all there. As a matter of fact, this what I'm doing should be everybody's responsibility, because it is the onus is on all of us as Christians to share the Word. So this is like a given purpose. You get what I'm saying? So yeah.
Have you ever gone through a season when you felt lost or unsure of your place?
So, have I ever stumbled upon a period where I felt like this is not my purpose? Go again? So, have I ever stumbled upon a point in time where I would have had to struggle? There was once a time think it was about 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I suddenly fell ill, and I did not know what was going on. And it was months after that I went to the doctor, and they said that it was some fluid in my ear, and I was so afraid because it was causing me to be, having issues, imbalance issues. I couldn't stand up still for too long, and it was such a daunting period in my life. But how did I overcome that period? Jesus uses certain situations to pull us back to Him. I feel as though I was a bit far from Him. Even though I told you guys about the COVID time, I was moving further away from COVID time. I felt like I was pulling away from Christ, and I didn't want that to happen. But sometimes the thing them in the world is so sweet, but it was Jesus who helped me to overcome that period. As a matter of fact, Jesus sent me a beautiful soul, a wonderful woman in my life. He sent her to take good care of me. She was so patient. I remember one time when I was crying, big boy like me crying, saying, I just want you to stay with me on the phone. I would really appreciate it. And she said, say less. And at that point, I believed with my whole heart that it was Jesus who sent her. Because remember those promises I was telling you about? God said, He will never leave you nor forsake you. Never ever nor forsake you. Right? So He ensured to send an angel to take good care of me. And all I needed was, because I went to the doctor and they gave me some prescriptions and stuff to take for the ear, the antibiotic stuff. I did not take it. To be honest with you, I didn't take it. And I just felt that God was just using that point in my life to remind me that I am nothing without Him. I am nothing without Him. So what did He do? He reminded me to get back to Him, to get back to the Word, to get back to studying, to get back to spending quality time with Him, praying, fasting. All of this was necessary for me to overcome that period, including my soon-to-be wife. Such a beautiful soul, and she's here with me right now. She's the one asking the questions. So you see what I'm talking about? She's so determined to, yeah. So it was such a, and I know I have much more rockier days ahead, but I know with Christ I can smile at the storm.
What Bible verse has most shaped your understanding of purpose and calling? Yeah.
What Bible verse? During that same period when I was sick, there was one verse that stood out to me. With prayer and supplication, could you help me out? Care nothing. All of this equals peace. Literally, God was giving me the formula for peace with prayer and supplication and thanksgiving. So after praying, right, and the supplication, give thanks. I made all my requests known unto God. I went to Him and spoke to Him about everything I was dealing with, the sickness, financial struggles, and many other issues, because we all have issues. School, work. I went to God with all of this. I prayed and I waited, and He fixed it. So, what I want to leave with you guys today is, you might feel as though sin has consumed your soul, has consumed your time, has consumed your life. But the only way to get back to Christ is if we get rid of all that sin and spend more time with Him. You will not only gain peace, but you'll find purpose. Christ is literally always the bridge between success and purpose and you. But the only way to seek this is if you seek Christ. And that's the only. And you know, persons might say, oh, what about the people in the world? But the means by which they went to achieve this wealth isn't genuine. The only fulfillment you can gain is through Christ. So guys, as I leave with you, I want to just encourage you to lessen your amount of time spent in the Word and spend more time with God, because He's the only one who can bring you joy and peace, fulfillment and purpose. Don't hesitate to finish that puzzle, because at the end you will see your purpose. Don't forget to comment. As a matter of fact, I need you guys to comment, because this is a conversation we're having. We and God, we need to have some real good, genuine conversations. Thank you for joining. Goodbye.